Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, my Dark Knights, and welcome to something a little different here on the channel. I promised that I was going to do it, and here we are with it. My Heraldic Beast Ryzeal deck profile. Now, this deck has been doing amazing in every event I've taken it to. Every event I've taken it to, it has done at worst third. When that is the worst it's doing, that's pretty dang good. Now, I'm doing the worst version of it, jankier version of it. There is some builds of this that is playing Protoss in it. I am not. You guys will see in my build where I'm leaning more towards part of the hand-drip version, where this is part of that on top of the just building a good board with the Ryzeal stuff, along with another spicy little tech where you will see where I didn't realize in building that this deck that there is a specific card that works very well with this. And while it's legal, might as well use it, right? So, also, if you guys enjoy this and want to see me do more of these deck profiles, please let me know in the comments down below. But we are going to start off with the Heraldic Beast part of this. And the Heraldic Beast part is very simple. We're going to obviously start with 2 Leo. That is the appropriate spot. I was thinking of doing 1, but 2 is perfect. 2 is the definite perfect spot. You always want to use 2 because when it is dumped off of Patriarch, you always want to at least have one of the 2 be a Leo. Because when Patriarch does dump the Leo, it immediately activates to be sent. So basically, you start your combo, you do EXT. EXT gets to be chain blocked off the Patriarch. So if they ask the Patriarch, that's not the worst deal. You still get your EXT off. But if they don't, you get a dump. You get a special summon, and then immediately after, you get to add off a Leo, which is the next guy who I'm going to talk about, which is we play 3 of the boy Griffin. Now, I was thinking of, this is another way to dump as well. So if you start with a hand of Griffin in hand, that's another way to just dump Leo, because this card to summon itself, which is a summoning condition, is to send one from deck to grave. Now, that can be asked. To send one from deck to grave, to special itself, and then it's just special itself, and then it can also be used for 2 materials for a number monster. So, number monster or Heraldic Beast. Yeah, number monster or Heraldic Beast monster. Number Xyz monster that requires 2 or more materials, yes. So, basically, any number monster that requires 2 or more materials, this guy's your guy. So, this thing can just be used in a lot of decks that require more than, but it requires you to use to send something other than itself. So, you basically just send Leo. Leo gets the add of the other guy, or just add something else entirely if you're playing a bigger package. But 9 times out of 10, you're playing this package that I'm about to show. But basically, this is the right package. Now, there is some that cut the 1 and play something else, but I do like playing 3 because this card is just busted. This card is really, really good. And if I'm drawing it and I'm seeing it for this build that I'm playing, this card is perfect. And the last card we are playing is Stadwell. The Stadwell is the normal summon in this deck. Also, it has a really good graveyard effect. So if I send it off a Patriarch 9 times out of 10, I'm sending a Leo and a Stadwell. But if I have Stadwell in hand, it's normally Griffin and Leo. Or I'm just sending both my Leos. Because if I'm sending both my Leos, that's not bad, because then I can Stadwell, normal summon, discard a card, grab 2 spells, which 9 times out of 10 I'm grabbing both advanced heraldry arts, because it's just bring back 2 sync or Xyz summon immediately after, which is really, really good. And it's not once per turn. Or I could just bring back the Heraldry Reborn if I just want to bring back 1. And this thing's effect is banish it from the grave, target 2 of the same name. So that's why it's good to send 2 of the same name. Send 2 of the same name, special them, and then that's it. You just special 2 of the same name. I think you're just locked into numbers or Heraldic Beasts for the turn, I believe. Yeah, you're just locked into Heraldic Beast or numbers and their original names as material. They just can't be used for that. Those monsters can't be used for that. But yeah, they just can't be used for that. But still, that's still very good. Those monsters just can't be used for that. But we get to the part of the video where everyone just starts groaning. We get to the Ryzeal portions of this video where everyone groans. Next, we get to the EXTs, the Ryzeals. Of course, it's the correct proportions: 2, 2, 2, and 1. Of course, this is obvious. Some people are taking out the star. I like the star at 1 just to be able to set this the cross. It's good in this deck in particular. And any other Ryzeal, like the Mitsurugi Ryzeal, a lot of people aren't playing it that way. In the other builds of Ryzeal, they're not really playing it. But in this build, it's good. But EXT Ryzeal is really good in this deck in particular, because you send Patriarch and you're just off to the races at that point. But I don't really need to explain the Ryzeal cards. Then we get into hand traps, and the hand traps are pretty simple. Triple Ash, double Moltrami, Phobolos. I do need to get a third, but that's fine. And then, which that's why you could change the 1 Griffin for that. And then, or another card who I'll talk about later. And then triple Droll. And that's pretty much all you need, because your other hand traps are going to be in your side. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much your all your monsters. That's pretty much all your monsters you're going to be using. But yeah, that's it. Then we get into the spells. And your spells, we start off with your spells for your Ryzeals. Cross is obvious. It's the best spell in Ryzeal. And then plug in to just extend. And then this is where I do differ from most Heraldic stuff. I do play 1 Reborn, and I play triple Advanced Heraldry Art. Because, of course, I'm playing the hand drip, so why wouldn't I try to build up as much as I can? I could try and play, just the 2. There is a reasoning behind only playing the 2, and then just getting rid of that and playing another Phobolos, and that could probably be the card that I could cut. But there's another card that I may cut instead. But for the mirror match and different stuff like that, and the stuff that I play in this deck, it's really good to play. But I'm okay with listening to your guys' suggestions. I mean, 9 times out of 10, this card is more important than the other card, so that's the one where I'm kind of still up in the air about. But these cards are too valuable. Advanced Heraldry Art is the best card in the stinking deck, in my mind. But then, of course, the power spells. Bonfire, it's a one of, why not use it? The other ones I may be thinking of cutting as one of is 2 7th Tachyon, which Sharks died. I had 7th Tachyon for Sharks. So, and 2 7th Ascension. And which one of these is actually the original print? which I think it's right here. This is the original print, I believe. No, this is... No, I don't have the original print. I thought I had the original print. Okay. I must... oh, you know what? I probably still have it in the Shark deck. But... I still had... I'm thinking of, like, maybe dropping 1 7th Ascension down. That could be... And then still sticking with the 2 7th Tachyon. And just dropping a 7th Ascension down. That is also a card that could go down by 1 as well. But that's another option as well. Just to tweak the deck a bit. But right now, I mean, 7th Ascension and 7th Tachyon has never done me wrong. There's been several games that I've played where I just top deck Bonfire or I top deck 7th Ascension. And I need something, and I'm just off to the races again. Then the power spells, we have Tactics, Talent, and Thrust, and Cross Out, and 2 Metal Tronus. Now, you may be thinking, why are we playing Metal Tronus? We don't really need it in this meta anymore. Yeah, kind of you do. But Thrust is in here specifically for a trap card, which I will show you here shortly. Thrust is a great one of course, Talent is a great one of course, you're playing it. Cross Out is a great one of course, we're playing it. And actually, believe it or not, in the mirror match, I played a mirror match literally last week against someone who was playing a Ryzeal variant. I called Sword and banished the Sword, and it was great. It was wonderful. It is great in a mirror match. And speaking of mirror match, you play Metal Tronus, you banish the Ryzeal Detonator, and yes, it hurts me a bit, but I can play without a Detonator in this deck. I can play without Detonator in this deck. That is completely fine because this deck doesn't just center around just Detonator. It centers around the Heraldic Beast as well. Or I could just summon the Detonator for free, or just summon any of my stuff, which is great. Now, the traps. There's only 2 in the deck. Of course, one is Plasma Hole. Star Ryzeal sets it. And the last card, I know you're going to hate me, it's Harpy's Featherstorm. Listen, in this deck, the one is a Winged Beast. It is too good not to play in this deck. Now, at more than 1 copy, no. Which I don't think it's more than 1 copy. I think it's limited. But this card is too good not to play. Especially in a meta like this. And coming up, this card is amazing, and as long as it's not banned, I have to play it. It's either this or Protoss going into it, and I was like, do we want to play both? And I was thinking about it. And then I'm like, well, let's just play this. That is very good, and there's a way that 2 ways I can activate this if I have it, and if they hand trap my stuff and I have this, I can always just go into Castiel, set Harpy's Featherstorm, or thrust into Harpy's Featherstorm, set it, and pass. So that is always a way that I can stall for a turn. But that is the main deck. It is, I believe, 40 cards exactly. If not, it may be 41. But we get into the extra. Of course, you need number 69 and pals. You do need number 69 and pals. Now, these cards are very good because number 69, you need him for the hand drip. Just because he can... Now, in the combo, you're going to basically negate everything. You got to be careful with when you do it, because you can negate your duo drive. It will negate your duo drive and stuff. But the good part is you can send them off. And if you do the Eclipse Twins trait, you can just get the duo drive back. So that's not a problem. But 69 is kind of there to duplicate Ouroboros, rip another hand out. If they're hand trapping, you're ripping a whole hand out of them. And in hand trap format, they're they're losing their whole hand, and they're not going to get to play. Now, granted, graveyard decks, like, if you're playing against Memento, this is very bad to play against, because the graveyard is their other deck. So that's bad. And then you can just slap this onto it, and then if they activate a monster effect, you just can quick effect go into dark matter, and he just makes their name unknown if they do anything. And say they play Fiendsmith Engraver, well, actually, no. That would still work, but if they play, like, specific stuff that needs a name, like Blue Eyes White Dragon, stuff like that, that wouldn't work. But names unknown, their effects are negated, so that is also very good. And this thing can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, so the only thing that really beats that is a Drill Beam and, of course, Malice. But the last card in the Heraldry package we play is number 18, Heraldry Patriarch, which is the start of the whole combo. EXT Summon Patriarch Send to, because it literally says when sent to graveyard, send to Heraldry Beast monsters from deck to the grave. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you need to know about that. Then, of course, the Ryzeal boys, we got Duo and Detonator. Not much else to really say about that. Could play more than one Duo drive, but not really needed. Masquerade, it's a card to reveal off of... Obviously, it's a card to reveal off of 7 Tachyon, but actually, it's a card I could go into this deck, and it's actually a negate and burn for time. It's not a bad card to play in this deck. It really, really isn't. In this deck specifically. Alright. And then, of course, Aggregator for stuff to send off of EXT if I want to negate, or if I would just want to send off of. And then, of course, the Hand Rip. I play 2 of the Ouroboros. Also the lovely gold rare of Ouroboros. And then we just go into the 69 after we Ouroboros twice. Or you could Ouroboros 69, then Ouroboros again, then put the 2 Ouroboroses together for a Eclipse Twins, and then go from there if you wanted. But these 2 are the guys you want. So, all right. And then, of course, I talked about him earlier. Castiel, this thing is here basically, if I don't have access to Griffin, this thing will have access to Harpy's Featherstorm for me. And then the basic boys, Dugaris, Infernal Flame Banshee, Exciton Knight, and Eclipse Twins. And yeah, those are just the basic ones you kind of run in most Ryzeal builds, really. Just because they're rank 4s, they're good. And this thing can actually be played, because it's a number. And yeah, that I can actually make that with the, I can use, I believe, no. I want to play more mons, or not more monsters that use multiple materials for the deck that incorporate Griffin, but there's not really anything else that really jumps out at me that really works with it. Now, the side deck is, I'll reveal it to you. It is triple Nibiru, 1 Ghost Ogre, 1 Ghost Bell, and then it's just board wipe stuff. It's Lightning Storm and Harpies, double Xyz Encore to deal with, the mirror match as well. Now, I could change that out for, something different. Maybe, evenly matches, but that didn't really Or, like, speaking of evenly, 2 evenly matches, a Daruma Karma Cannon, and 2 barriers for anything else. But yeah, that's it. That is the deck. But thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see me do more of these, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see all your beautiful faces in the next video. And as always, stay awesome, my Dark Knights.